Well, I'm live. How you doing, everybody? I've had some slight problems. The first time I'm going on show, and you can guess there's going to be problems on the first show. So, hi, Kachunga, my friends. Welcome to the first live show. I'm Trev the Rev, and I'm no Vicar. Well, as I said, this is the first live show I'm doing. And I have problems. This is, as you can see, hopefully you can see, this has been done on the phone. This is because I set this up to work on my laptop and discovered in the last couple of seconds that I hadn't got webcam installed on the laptop. Yes, it does help when you got webcam working on the laptop. I've drawn the curtains behind me to cut out the flare, and flares coming through. There is problems, but hopefully you can see what I'm talking about. You can hear me. You can see my wild hair. It's uncontrollable, just like my mind. Um, yeah, completely mad. Anything can happen. There's no scripts. I've got a few things I want to talk about. I've got some ideas. Um, I want to bring some smiles to people's faces as you hear me talk away, chat away. I may have guests in the future. Don't know. Things are working. Not sure how this is going to work. Playing it by ear. Um, I'll start the show by saying the usual shout outs. If you like this video, if you enjoyed this video, then please press the like button. I need the likes. If you want to hear more, you want to see more, subscribe. If you want to know when things are going out, click on that bell. And I'm talking to myself for a moment. I'm fully aware that I'm talking to myself because I have nobody watching the video that I'm aware of. I don't mind. I'll talk to myself for ages and ages and ages. So whilst I start ready for people to start watching the video, I'll give you a little fun story about myself. Some people know this, some people don't. It's about my trip to France. In 1980, God, trying to get a better sight so I can get away from that bloody glare. Always in the wrong time. In 1988, I believe it was, I went on a journey to France, and I can't speak French. I know, rather stupid. I know, very, very stupid. And I've got someone watching. Not sure who yet. I'm sure I might find out in some time when I work out how things. Hello, whoever you are. I can see there's someone there. I had this trip to France, and I used to work for a supermarket back in the days. Not can't advertise. I can't tell you the name, but it was a big, big supermarket. Not Tesco's. No, definitely not Tesco's. I can say that because it wasn't them. Oh, I've got a second person watching. Welcome aboard. And Carlos, my old mucker, how you doing? Good to see you on board. Cheers for the come on Trevor job. Yes, Trev the Rev. I ain't no vicar. So this nice little package holiday was going to France, and I went to the person who was arranging it, and I said, look, I'd love to go to France. It's one of my, at the time, one of my dream places to go to. And I said, there's one small problem. I said, I can't speak or read French. Is that going to be a problem? No, I was told. Not a problem at all. You see, people in France, if they know you can't speak their language, they will quite happily speak English for you. They will be really, really helpful. And I thought, fine, not a problem. I'd like to stretch my loins in those days, so I went on this holiday to France. And on the across by ferry in those days, I believe, and we were approaching Paris. And on the way there, I was showed this food menu, lovely exotic food menu, and I'm sure as most people know me, I'm not a big fan of foreign food. Yeah, and in those days there wasn't a lot of change, so I went up to the person with the menu and I said, look, can I go eat somewhere else? Go explore Paris itself and maybe meet you in the Eiffel Tower where we were going to. And they said, yeah, not a problem. They says, not a problem, mate, not a problem. He says, I'll give you two pieces of advice. Two. pieces of advice. First thing, when you leave the hotel, find out what part of Paris you're in. So if you get lost, you can find that way back to the hotel. Brilliant idea, brilliant idea. And they said if you're going to use the metro, get someone at the station to show you which branch of the metro you're on. So if you get lost, you can at least follow that branch back and recognise the station and find your way back. Again, brilliant idea, brilliant idea. And this is where things went a bit caca. You see, when I say I can't read French, I mean I cannot read French. And I left the hotel and I saw this lovely little sign saying Centreville. And I thought to myself, blinking light, nobody didn't think that. I thought to myself, Centreville, lovely name. I can remember that. Nice, distinct name, you know. So I remember Centreville. Then I made my way to the tube station or the metro. Sorry, to the metro. And I sort of asked someone there to show me on the map where we were. And they showed me. I was happy with that. And off I went. Went to the Eiffel Tower. I will say, I had one of the best hot dogs you can possibly have there at the Eiffel Tower. The best. I will say the French do the best hot dogs around. So I chomped on that. Then went right to the top of the Eiffel Tower. Beautiful view, absolutely beautiful view. So I tried to stand in a certain point so I can block out the sun, and it keeps coming in my neck. But anyway, a third person watching the video. Not sure who it is, but we have a third person on the video. So I went up and down. A fourth person. All the figures are going up. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, ring that bell. So I went to the top of the video and sort of looked around and beautifully came back down again. No coach, no one's arrived yet. So I thought to myself, you know, what shall I do? I went up to the first level of this Eiffel Tower. And as I was looking down, I saw the bus turn up. And I thought to myself, bollocks, hang on a minute. Hang on, they're down there, I'm up here. So I ran down the stairs as fast as I could go. And unfortunately, by the time I got to the place where they were, they went. Yes, my plan went down the toilet. The bus had gone. So I had to make my way back. Not a problem, you know. I'm logical thinking. So I went to the metro station, looked on the map, went on the route I was shown, and found out the very nice person I was asked to show me which route we were on, showing me the wrong blinking route. Problem number one. So I thought, no problem, I'll just follow the signs back to Centreville and I'll be fine. Now, I'm sure as most people will know that, how can I put this, people that, Centreville in French is town centre. I didn't know that. And I kind of ended up walking to every single part of town centre you could possibly imagine in Paris overnight. And I mean the whole night. I was completely lost. And I'm boring people because people are going. Stickers. What sort of stickers would you like to talk about? I can do stickers. I'll get on with stickers in a minute. Labelling drums. Hey Chris, labelling your drums properly. Stickers. Now, I was trying to find my way back to this hotel when I was completely lost. It took me all night to get back to the right bloody place. And as I got back, I actually saw the coach going. I almost got stuck in Paris. But, you know, I'm here, so you all know I got back safe and sound, learnt my lesson, don't go abroad much. So, I've had someone says they want me to talk about stickers. I'm up to a challenge. I can talk about sticky ones. Now, Chris, behave yourself. As long as it's not large sticky ones, you can behave yourself. Talk about stamps if you want, they're nice and sticky for you. So, first subject, I I can tell when someone's having a bit of fun with me. I can tell when someone's having a bit of fun with me. I don't mind. You go ahead. I want to show you a coin. This coin. Nice shiny coin. And when most people look at a coin, they see money, obviously, money. They see wealth. When I look at this coin, I see corruption. I see greed. Obviously, I see a coin as well. It's a coin. All said and done, it's a coin. But I see greed. I see corruption within the government over this one little piece. But this also represents to me, apart from the corruption and the coin and my room getting brighter and brighter, I see two sides to the coin. And to me, that represents people in life. And I know what you're thinking, how the hell can a coin represents a person in life? I'll tell you why. Everyone, whether you're aware of this or not, everyone has two sides to them. They have the side they put out for people to see. Now, whether they do this deliberately or they do it, or it's done on a subconscious level, they put this out for people to see. This is how they want to be seen. They don't like to be seen as quiet people, so they put out some entertaining sides to themselves. Like I'm doing right now. Real life, I'm very, very quiet. I'm very, very laid back. I'm doing something right now I find very, very difficult. I've always said you'll never see me doing karaoke. Yeah, I'm on YouTube now, talking live on screen in front of loads and loads of people who are about to like and press my bell and subscribe. And I'm really putting myself out. So there's two sides of me. I'll forgive you straight away. My quiet side and my putting outside. Now, it's the other side that I'm interested in. I like to know what people are like behind their little shields. And, you know, there's people that I work with that are really outgoing. Yeah, I know behind them there's a caring side to them that they don't often put out because they feel they've got to put out this other side. There's people I've worked with, not now, but people I've worked in the past with that I've seen more than two sides to them. I've seen like 4 or 5 sides to them. And I mean, some of the ones I like and some I don't. You learn. That's how you learn about people. And this is, to me, what we're about. We are here to learn. This is what we're on this planet to do, to learn about life, how to deal with life. And it's a very difficult thing to do because we all deal with it in different ways. We all deal with it in different ways. And I have a lot of friends. I mean, this is me speaking to myself. I do have friends around me. I have my spiritual friends, my people that I see at my circles on a Monday and a Wednesday and a Friday night. And shout out to all you guys out there. And I have friends that I'm sure they just think I'm a colleague at work, but I consider them friends at work as well. Quite a few of them, we've had ups and downs. That's what friends are for, is to deal with the ups and deal with the downs. Be there for each other when we need it. Shout out to my crew at where I work. I can't mention the name for obvious reasons. So to me, that's what it's about. It's something I feel us as a race have lost. And I'm aware I'm saying this, speaking to a phone live on YouTube. I'm speaking to a phone saying this, but so many people spend their lives with a phone. They're looking at a phone rather than talking to the person next door to them. It takes 2 seconds as you're walking down a road to say hello to someone. So and that couple of seconds can mean so much. Could mean so much to that person that you see walking down the road. It's funny how things work out. I was planning to play some music before this video started to intro the show. The Trev, the Rev. I'm no vicar. Just the show. But As I said, I had a problem with the laptop, so I couldn't play music. Here, things don't always work the way you want it to, but they go the way they do for a reason. So yeah, I'm just talking to the camera. I am just fully talking to the camera, waiting for something to go wrong. I'm sure something will. Babbling away like a complete, just a lunatic. I want to apologise. When I did the intro for this series of live feeds that I'm doing, I said I'd quite happily talk about anything, including stickers. Chris, stickers. That's the best you can come up with, stickers. I said I didn't want to talk about politics and I didn't want to talk about religion. I was wrong to say that, because if I'm willing to talk about anything, I need to include that. I'm a spiritualist, and to me, being a spiritualist is my religion. So therefore, I can't buck out everyone else's belief and just concentrate on mine. That is not fair to other people. Everyone has a right to believe what they want to believe in, as long as it doesn't cause pain to other people whilst they're doing it. See, that's my biggest problem with religion. It's just caused wars and wars over the last millenniums of years. And for me, spiritualism works. For me. I don't push it on other people. I don't want to push it on other people, but it's what I believe. That was me. An app just come on the phone as I'm talking away, so I have to get rid of it. Get rid of it. And I'm trying to think of something to make this show even more better to watch. But as I'm just gone blank. Life happens, you go blank. What am I going to talk about? I don't know. The coin I wanted to speak. How about, because most people who know me know that I'm training to be a medium. And they come out and say, well, what are you doing, Trev? What are you doing, Trev? You just pull someone down and talk to him? No, it don't work like that. There's more to being a medium than speaking to spirits. There's so much more to it. It's understanding how it works. How am I able to talk to them? Well, when you realise these people are with us all the time, completely around, they're around us all the time, whether you're aware they're there or not, they are there. And I'm talking about the past, your relatives that are passed over, your friends that are passed over, your guides. Yes, everyone has guides, whether you're aware of it or not. Not girl guides, when everyone says it before it comes up, that pun. But they're all around us all the time. Yet they live in a dimensional plane above ours that's just out of sync with ours. What do you mean just out of sync? How can we talk? I'll explain. Everyone knows, and this is my personal theory, and I'm sure people go, no, you're wrong, that it's about dimensions. Now, everyone knows about the first and the second dimension. Now, I'm going to show you a bit of paper. That, although it is actually a three-dimensional thing, if you imagine that as a two-dimensional object, it's flat. It has sides and it has length and width. That's the definition of a two-dimensional space. Now, a three-dimensional object is more like this, a remote. Yes, I'm showing you a TV remote. It's a three-dimensional object because it has height as well as width and length, and that makes a three-dimensional shape. Now, when we were talking about, I've heard people in the past discuss the fourth dimension. 9 times out of 10, they will say the fourth dimension is time. And I'm no expert. I am not an expert by this. I didn't pass my lessons at school. I left school with things. But I personally believe, and I truly 100% believe, time is not a dimension. It exists, and I'm not saying it doesn't exist, because it does. It does exist, but it exists within the third dimension. It's a part of the third dimension. The third dimension would not work without time. So the fourth dimension and higher is where I personally believe we go when we pass away. When our bodies have passed on and our spirits have to go somewhere, we cross over to this fourth dimensional plane. And it's just it's like a frequency. If you imagine tuning into a radio, It's got the same sort of frequency, but it's very, 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 and someone's back. Hello, someone's come back. It's very, very close, very close to us. And we're talking about the slight frequency out of sync with us. And in such a way that they can see us, but we as a whole cannot see them. But there are some of us, when you practice, anyone, anyone can do what I've been learning to do. Anyone can. Anyone can do. It takes practice, a lot of psychological practice. It really does, but anyone can do it. And what you're basically trying to do is getting your spirit to sink in with this fourth dimensional plane and cause that connection. That's all we do. That's all we do. There's no special fandango. There's no 7.5 years worth of karma we have to do first. It's purely just practice that gets us to do it. And this fourth dimensional plane actually encompasses the same mass that we do, and it's more like a spiritual plane. And if you think about our galaxy, our universe, it is in perfect sync with, well, not perfect sync with this fourth dimensional plane. So that's why I say they're around us all the time. They are around us all the time, watching us, looking after us, making sure we behave. So just think about it next time you go to the loo and you're having a little poo-poo. Your spirit's there watching. And believe me, they have the same sense of humour they did when they were alive. And so, getting back to what I was saying earlier on, and sort of sidetracking a bit, what we do. I spoke earlier on about the coin. It enables you to have different opinions about people, see people in a different light. There's so many things that can cause havoc with this plan that we're in, this planet we're in, to decide where we're going. And I'm babbling. I know that you can see my fuzzy hair. It's going away. Fuzzy hair. We've gone down a path. There's people out there. I mean, yes, people who know me know I'm a massive believer in Asian aliens, blah, 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 things down that line. I am a massive believer. It's a part of who I am. I know they're real. But the problem is, we've been sending out things to say, hi, we're here, we want to make friends with the aliens who are out there and stuff. And whether they're there or not, don't you think we should get our home house in order first? Don't you think we should deal with the corruption that's around us? Don't you think we should deal with the problems we have on this planet? It's, in my eyes, you don't need politicians on this world. You don't. All they do is make money for their own pockets. They don't. This Brexit thing, right? Eventually I knew I was going to go into politics. Brexit, right? My views on Brexit. And this is a perfect example of what I think of politicians. A couple of years ago, a poll went out. For right or wrong, we were given the option of leaving Europe. And the vote went in the favour of leaving. So we as a public decided we want our country to leave Europe. Fact. So we should have left by now. We should have left. But for some reason, the politicians who make money through Europe have decided they want us to stay. So I watch all this thing on in the news in the morning and watching about how people argue about leaving, how we should stay, how we should leave. That's irrelevant. As a country, we choose to leave. There should be no referendum. There should be no second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. If we were taking part in the World Cup England's playing France in the final of the World Cup. It can happen. It can happen. You never know. You never know. And if we won, France aren't going to say, oh, I'm sorry, but we're not happy with this result. Can we play the game again so we win and then we'll be all right? But that's exactly what they've done with Brexit. We were given a choice. They didn't like what we chose to do, so they decided to drag it out and drag it out and drag it out until we actually stay in Europe and not leave. Yes, we will be staying in Europe. We won't be leaving. We're not leaving Europe. That's not going to happen. Europe needs us. This country has been tried. This country has been fought for in the past, and we have defended our shores against anyone who wants to take this country over, apart from the Romans who took us over for a while and the Normans who poked someone's eye out with an arrow, you know, in the past. But as a whole, we have defended our country. We are proud to be British. But I feel, because they couldn't beat us physically, this country has been taken over behind the scenes, so to speak. This isn't our country no more. We're losing our country. I personally believe we are losing our country. And it's not going to be called, I can see this being called Great Europe in about 5-6 years' time, you know. We're under the power of France. Who won't help people when they need it. Yes, you may get a weird feeling. I'm not fond of France. No, France is okay. I'm sure people from France are lovely, lovely people. Things have changed over the years. But I do have bad memories of France. I'm sorry, I do have bad memories. And that's me personally. I'm sure the people are fine. I have bad memories of France. Looks like we got someone back. Don't know who it is, but we got someone back. I'd like to find out how we find out who these people are. Thank you for coming back to watch this video. If you like it, I've always got advertised. If you like this video, press like. If you want to subscribe, press subscribe. Ring that bell so you'll know when the next one's going out. Roughly, I'm hoping to do this at least once a week, normally on a Saturday, babbling on about something for about half hour or so. Yeah. So that's my my little rag on about politicians out the way for today. I don't like the way this country's going, unfortunately, politicians-wise. But all I can do is live my own life, day by day, and see where it goes. And I know when I go back to work on Monday, I'll be getting ribbed on. Something chronic. And I do mean something chronic. But you know what I say to the boys at work who want to do that? Bring it on. I've done this, you haven't. When you do this, when you decide to go live on video, then you can tell me and rag on me about it. I mean, for me, this is a big thing. I've never really gone out on my way to do this, to speaking to people around. I could never sing karaoke. I mean, I may have met this earlier on. I could never get on stage and drink karaoke. I couldn't sing karaoke in front of people. But it's weird. I suppose it's because I'm in a room, there's no one else here, I suppose. So I can sing to my heart out. I can sing Sledgehammer. I know the words off by heart. I can be a sledgehammer. Woo! I suppose, but at the same time, it's given me the boost I need. And I might go to work a different person on Monday because of this, you never know. People might ask me for my autograph in about 6 months' time. You never do. You never knew how things work. Woo! But I'm hoping by now that I've made the people who's listened to this song. I told you things are going to go wrong. I trip on my words. You never know what's going to happen in this show. Kachunga, my friends. I hope I've made you smile. Putting a smile on someone's face is one of the things that keeps me going. It's what I'm here for. I'm here to make people happy. I'm always that's why I'm so happy. Well, I try to be helpful at work. Yes, I know. I'm waiting for some comment from that as well. It's why I try to be helpful. We've got 2 people. Hey, the numbers are going up again. I like that. I like it when the numbers go up. It makes me feel good going when the numbers go up. sorry about the light in the background. I've had a slight problem with things and I've got to learn how to try and cut out this light. I could turn the lights off completely, but then you wouldn't see me. That's not a bad thing, I know, before anyone says so. I thought just shutting the curtains behind me would do the job, but no, that didn't work at all. And I've got about 3 people now, we're here. And so, as I was saying earlier, I'm opening myself up to people around, people through these videos, people who get to know me a lot more than what they do outside of this. I'll tell you more stories about me, my past. I have no problems with that. I get people taking the piss out of me all the time, so I've never had a problem with that at all. I'll be discussing things, my spiritual side of life. I'll be discussing aliens and stuff. Whatever you want me to discuss, I will, including stickers. Chris, I'm going to stick one on you on Monday when I see you. You won't know it, but I will somehow. A kick me sticker, how's that? A nice little kick me sticker on your back of your jumper, just before you go out to work. So you go out to serve all these customers with a kick me sticker on your back. Yeah, that's a good idea for a sticker, isn't it, Chris? Hey, that's a good idea for a sticker. Well, it's been half hour now. This is my first show, so I'm not going to drag it on too long. I'll shut this one down now for a while. Let me know what you think. And as I said, if you like this, come back for more. Click on that bell for the next description. You can subscribe and like the video.